I'm up here in front anyway, even though I didn't go see this movie. Oh, should I show the little view you sent me from the
It's a pretty dark picture.
from the auditorium?
Mm-hmm.
I get this at the beginning of the movie. Just Dave's view from the theater. Bam. Back left-hand corner. Tiniest theater there.
Empty.
Complete. The guy.
By the way, I went and saw fucking the Peeples, or just Peeples now. It's just Peeples.
Did it say Tyler Perry presents Peeples at the beginning of it?
Yes.
The guy this is the only time I think one of the only mainstream movies that I paid for a ticket to where the guy at the box office, the employee, didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah. Made me feel really good about going in to see this. I guess it was a movie.
There was the employee there. I go 2 for Gatsby and 2 for Peeples. And he's okay, $28. That's surprisingly low. All right. He gives me 2 tickets there for Gatsby. And I'm like, oh, I also need 2 for Peeples. And the guy's, but I don't know what that is. And he's looking at his computer, and I see it right there on the marquee. And is this Tyler Perry Presents thing? And I'm like, yeah. And he's, never heard of it. 2 tickets. Here you go.
I was buying popcorn, and the guy goes, "Hey, what are you seeing?" I'm like, "Peeples," and he goes, "Why?"
Well, when I got the
And
check,
I'm like, and I just point at you
yeah.
and go, "This is kind of the job." And he goes, "Good luck."
Well, hell, when I went to go, because your movie was 50 minutes shorter than ours.
There's all kinds of stories we can tell about this movie-going experience. It was a phenomenal night for me.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, I got up from Gatsby at one point to go get the keys from the other theater that just fall out of your pocket or something.
I guess so, yeah.
It's happened to me before. My wallet fell out of my pocket at one theater. I go in there and I went to the concessions guy with these 3D glasses on, and I'm like, I need to get into the People's Theater. My friend left his keys in there, and he's, I didn't even know anyone was in there.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to it towards the end, I guess. But yeah, I don't even know
what to say.
I'm just fucking done, dude.
Mm-hmm. Was it really, really bad? I mean, I'm not saying that to be like...
You know what? It was... I wouldn't say it was really, really bad. It certainly wasn't fucking good. But, I mean, I've seen worse this year.
So it
was better than any Tyler Perry movie I've ever seen.
Uh-huh. Probably because he didn't write it.
He didn't write it or direct it or anything like that. It's just, and Craig Robinson is Craig Robinson. He's somewhat charming and shit.
I like Craig Robinson.
I do too, but it's just the fucking vapid, stupid, telegraphed story. It's just full of horrible little people that are just petty.
Mm-hmm.
And just... the concept of the fucking movie is Kerry Washington and Craig Robinson are dating, and his job is he sings to kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's his job. He wants to be a child therapist because he's fallen into it because he's a child entertainer. He sings to kids in like libraries.
Yeah. And
the song he sings them is about how to speak up instead of pissing on shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, it's called it's speak don't leak or some shit like that. One of the lines is say it don't spray it. Yeah. That's about as funny as the movie got.
Isn't it just Meet the Parents?
Pretty much. I mean, there's to a degree it's a little different because like she's going home to like fucking Connecticut or the Hamptons or some shit to visit her folks for Moby Dick Day.
What?
Yeah.
Every year they get together and watch 2010 Moby Dick?
I apparently the town that she's from, her parents live in or some shit.
Yeah. It's the kind of...
is mentioned in the book Moby Dick, so they have a Moby Dick celebration, and they call it Dick Day. Yeah. Okay. So, she's going...
I don't know why they went with the suggestive title. They could have easily used Rooster.
He's trying to talk her into staying in the city with him, because he wants to propose, apparently. Right on. And she goes anyway. And he decides, after talking to his little brother, played by the gay guy from the first episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, right on.
Who plays the role exactly like he played that role, but supposedly he's straight.
Most of our reviews could be called The Gang Gets Racist.
Yeah. Yeah. And, so he goes up there to surprise them, gets there, and realizes that she hasn't told her family that he exists at all, to start with. And just starts meeting her family, and her, her dad's David Allen Greer, and he's this weird, petty fucking... It's like if Carlton from Saved by the Bell had even more money and was a fucking asshole.
I can kind of see that by the voice that he was using in the trailer.
Yeah, her mom is a recovering alcoholic former disco star.
Nice.
Yes.
I like that.
Who is getting through AA by using mushrooms and marijuana behind her husband's back.
Mm-hmm.
He has no clue. Her sister is a lesbian, and her brother is a, like, math genius that wants to be a thug to impress girls and is also a kleptomaniac.
Yeah.
Hijinks ensue.
Yeah.
And
what's the story with the dad? Like, because in, like, Meet the Parents, he's, like, former CIA or some shit. Is there any story with the dad in this? Like, why he's so kind of...
He's just, like, an overprotective father.
That's it?
He's a federal judge.
Oh, okay.
And he's, like, a fucking, like, perfectionist. I mean, it's really stupid and forced. But he's also, like, just a terrible fucking person. Mm-hmm. And... so you don't even get any enjoyment out of him being an asshole because he is just a terrible fucking person.
Yeah, because
everybody in the movie is lying to each other and shit. And there's really the only scene in the movie that is even remotely amusing is in the trailer when Craig Ferguson puts on his girlfriend's mom's old disco hat and starts dancing around and singing.
Craig Ferguson?
Sweet. Not Craig.
I know.
Craig Robinson.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm just fucking.
It's all good.
Yeah, and he starts singing, and then David Allen Greer walks in, and then by the end of the movie ends this fucking way. Weekend goes horribly. Craig Robinson, kind of puts it to her like, you can come home with me or you can stay here, and she chooses to stay there, and in less than 30 seconds after he walks out the door, the sister comes out of the closet. The brother reveals that he's the one who stole shit from his mom. The mom admits to doing drugs. The dog shows up with Craig Robinson's missing wallet, which was apparently like a big deal. The dad was like, oh, I can't even pay for anything. He just dropped his fucking wallet. Mm-hmm. So that's the running gag, that he can't fucking pay for anything. So the dog apparently has the wallet the entire fucking time. And the kleptomaniac brother also goes, oh yeah, and I found this in his pants, and it's the wedding ring. And, and then she goes and proposes to him. And then there's a musical number.
They start singing Wedding Bell Blues.
No, the entire family starts singing the Pea song.
The Pea song?
The song I was telling you about that he sings to
kids. Okay. I thought this was some hip thing that the kids are into nowadays.
No. And that's the fucking movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds...
It was... And you know what? Like, I don't mind. Like, Brian had to drop out of coming to see
Yeah.
at the very last minute. It's really
it was literally the last minute, but it's not.
It's not his fault.
Yeah.
You know, shit comes up sometimes. So
yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, like exactly.
So I sucked it up and I went there, and I don't mind seeing movies by myself. I go and see movies by myself. I actually enjoy it sometimes, but I mean, it's usually shit I want to see that I might get a little enjoyment out of. And usually there's one or two other people in the theater, and like the theater is like, you know, a communal experience, you know. When someone laughs, you tend to laugh with them because someone's laughing, or you know.
I offered to watch it with you.
But you know exactly why I said no. I told you to go watch Gatsby.
Well, I realized that, you know, people like masturbating to Tyler Perry movies in peace, but, you know, I just thought it was the friendly thing to do.
I appreciate the offer.
I could have given you a hand.
But I was just sitting up in the corner by myself with my popcorn, and half the time I was just looking at the empty seats and going, wow. This is a very, very, like... I had a little existential crisis. Like, I got really depressed. Because the movie, like, it's not even... I didn't laugh fucking once.
Yeah.
Not once. I just sat there and went, so this is happening? And the fucking trailers were funnier than the movie.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of them were really meant to be funny. It was just a bad experience. And then, you know... I leave the theater, light up a cigarette, realize I've forgotten the keys, and every door to the theater's locked.
You couldn't like knock or like...
I did. They ignored me.
They just ignored you?
Yeah.
Oh, man, they're serious about that fucking policy.
So I got to sit outside in the fucking cold, rainy weather for over an hour by myself.
Oh, dude.
And my phone had died, so I couldn't even, like, play on the fucking internet or anything.
I'll take you to get a delicious McWrap.
Fuck you. What, you make me go see this shitty movie and now you want to poison me? Some fucking friend you are. Fucking asshole.
I thought I'd put you down gently.
Oh my. That's not gently. That's heaving. Exploding out of both fucking ends and being sad about it.
To get your mind off the movie.
Just... fuck you.
So, go ahead. You go ahead.
That's as worked up as I'm gonna get.
Well,
so
dude, I couldn't even get worked up at our fucking movie. Like,
so what? I've seen 2 good movies this year now, and like 3 that I'm like, bleh.
I think the guy helped us out last week by putting that little tally together of everyone's good versus bad movies.
Jesus,
he
fucking
He had me
Christ.
at like 7 and 7, but there was one that he left out. I was like 8 bad and 7 good.
It's fucking April, and I've seen 10 bad movies this year.
Yeah, Irving was winning. Irving had like 8 good movies and 3 bad ones or something like that.
Oh, dude, it's just, and those trailers.
I'll get to the trailers in a sec. One thing that I liked was when, for there was a little bit earlier in the week where Peeples had a higher percentage on Rotten Tomatoes than Great Gatsby. Now,
I mean,
they're both
from
rotten,
listening
but...
to you guys talk about it, I'm sure Gatsby sounded pretty fucking horrendous, and I fucking hate that book in the first place.
Yeah. But
I understand why it's considered a classic. I just fucking hate it.
Well, I like the critics on the... It was like they were scared to call this movie a ripoff of Meet the Parents, because they kept saying, like, an interesting African-American variation of Meet the Parents. Like, variation, is that the word, or were you too scared to just say ripoffs? If it's a ripoff, call it a ripoff. Don't call it a fucking variation. It's not a remake.
Yeah.
It's not a version of. It's a ripoff.
No, it definitely was a ripoff.
What did this mean, though? There was one critic who said, he goes, interesting variation of Meet the Parents crossed with a hint of French cinema.
What?
Because of the shenanigans, maybe? Like La Cage aux Folles original version of Big Wedding style shenanigans? Is that what that means?
I like French movies. There wasn't a bit of fucking French cinema in this.
It was nothing like Irreversible.
No, I mean, fuck, dude. I took film classes in college. I watched my fair share of the fucking Red Balloon and shit. I
only saw Red Balloon 2, Return of Balloon. One more step and the red balloon becomes the dead balloon.
I did not see that coming.
Oh no, who's full of more hot air, Chief? That balloon or you?
No, French cinema, like, generally speaking, is pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and even if it's boring, it's at least I can't even say this was well made. I mean, it was just like, let's be like unnecessarily mean to a nice guy for an hour, and then everyone goes, "Oh, he was right," but don't even do it in any way that's interesting or amusing or entertaining. It was just bit of French cinema. What the fuck does that mean? I'm writing that fucker.
It's a riddle.
When we get back to the house, I'm writing that fucker. And be like,
wow. Well, do you have anything else about it, really? You can tell me to go fuck myself again if you want.
thinking about it.
Go for it. I'm used to it.
Fuck it, I'm done. I got nothing. I'm fucking done.
You can't even yell at me anymore.
No, I can't. You've fucking broken my spirit. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, don't worry. I don't know what. Well, what's the next? I'm going to be a Star Trek next week with Ryan and Alex, and then after that,
So you're gonna send me to either fucking Fast 6 or...
No, the girls are gonna be at Fast 6. Brian and I are gonna be at Hangover 3 because we saw the second one, and that's also Epic. So that's Irving and Jake.
Right. So I looked over the summer schedule and it does not look promising for me.
There's nothing that's really like sticking out to me or anything like that, but it doesn't look as dire as a lot of the choices in the first part of the fucking year.
I mean, I know I'm gonna get to go see Superman because I do the comic book movies, and that movie, I've read enough shit about that movie that I know I'm gonna hate it.
Oh, yeah, that'll be coming out.
Like, Jimmy Olsen's a fucking girl in it. Jimmy Olsen's a girl in it. Why? Seriously, why? Why fucking... There's no point to that. There is absolutely no fucking point to that.
Who's playing her?
Who fucking knows? Just why?
It'd be Kate Bosworth. She fucked up one character. Let's have her fuck up another one.
Probably Shia LaBeouf and fucking drag.
Wow, they went a really different direction with this. No, don't worry. Halfway through, it's going to be Shia LaBeouf in drag as a drug-addicted actor named Trevor.
No, just... Well, and you know what? I don't know when they come out, if they're going to be this summer or not, but some of those trailers I saw tonight, I swear to fucking Christ.
Well, you told me about him earlier. Okay, you got this one when you first described it to me. I was thinking of something else. The Butler. Okay.
That was the most interesting trailer I've seen in forever. And I can't tell if it looks really bad or like this might be good. Because it's got a good cast. It's got Forrest Whitaker in it and Oprah, who, she's not a bad actress. And it's got John Cusack and Robin Williams, and I think Terrence Howard was shoehorned in there somewhere, and fucking Alan Rickman. And that's great. But it's about a black butler at the White House.
Dave says it's Forrest Whitaker's playing a black butler at the White House, and I'm like, what? What? No, they're not, are they? Is the fucking Desmond
Pfeiffer the fucking movie.
Oh, shit.
If they
Classic Pfeiffer.
I just, if it was Chi McBride, I would peed my fucking pants a little bit. But he's playing a fucking, like, alright, and Oprah's his wife, and he's come from, like, worked on a fucking not a plantation, but like sharecropper fields or some shit like that. He's come from hard times, and like being a butler is his thing, and his kids like it takes place like during the like 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, I guess. And his kid's like a revolutionary or some shit like that, and it's just the casting's just a little off because it's like, okay, Robin Williams plays Eisenhower. Okay, sure. James Marsden plays fucking Kennedy. Okay, sure. Alan Rickman plays Reagan.
Is he really even doing a Reagan impression?
No, all it did was just show him, and I went, was that Alan Rickman? Is it like, and Alan Rickman, and it showed him, and I'm like, is he fucking Reagan? I looked it up real quick on IMDb, and it's like, oh shit, he's fucking Reagan.
Yeah.
And then it shows this clip of John Cusack sitting in a chair, kind of hunched up, and he goes, I told him to take him down. And I'm like, John Cusack, who's he playing? They just showed all these guys. Holy shit, Cusack's Nixon. John Cusack is playing Nixon with just no makeup. He's just sitting there like... It's like, what the fuck is that?
Get in here a minute, lady. That's hilarious. Well, he was our mopiest president.
But now I just picture Nixon on the fucking White House lawn with fucking... Just...
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
Just... He's fucking Nixon?
Yeah.
So, but, like, the trailer looks... Like, it's set up as obviously a drama. And it's the guy who did Precious. So, I mean, it might not be because Precious wasn't a bad movie. Like, it was depressing as fuck.
Well, you told me that, and I was like, is Tyler Perry producing this one, too?
He might be. I didn't see his name in the fucking trailer.
He produced Precious, but I don't think he put his name all over it like he did.
But that trailer was... interesting, I guess, because I was just sitting there like, because it's just like you're figuring out who these guys are playing, and I'm just like, okay, well, fuck.
and you said like Cusack, like, is he not really even doing a voice at all? Really,
he says one line,
okay,
and I just went Cusack, like it just sounded like Cusack to me, and I'm just like, all right, I like. Wait. Because it's like right in the middle, and then I get the context of everything else, and I'm like,
yeah.
Oh shit! Cusack's Nixon. All right.
I kind of really want to see this.
I just want to see it for Cusack as Nixon.
I want to see that and for Alan Rickman as Reagan. That sounds kind of awesome.
And so there was that, and then it started with the Pacific Rim trailer, which I was like, why?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see Pacific Rim really badly, but why the fuck is the trailer playing in front of Peeples?
Yeah.
Like, that makes no fucking sense.
Did you have this? They're doing a thing now with trailers. You know, they have like the green bands in front, and it'll always say like, this movie's been approved for all audiences. Sometimes it says like approved audiences now, which is weird, but now it's doing one where it's like, this movie has been approved for accompanying audience this movie has been approved to accompany this feature or something like that, which is that happened in front of Iron Man. It happened in front of me and Sarah's.
If it did, I didn't fucking.
It's
I was confused with fucking Cusack as Nixon. So
well, understandable. Yeah.
And then the rest of the trailers just made me go, "Oh God, this is my year." Okay. Does anyone remember the movie The Best Man with Tay fucking Diggs?
I didn't know it was.
There's a sequel. It's called The Best Man Holiday.
Who asked for that?
I don't fucking know. And then some movie about some stewardess who needs a date to her sister's wedding, so she like uses her job to stalk her ex-boyfriends, with Adam Brody as her gay best friend. That depressed me to no end.
I'm still just not over. I didn't even know The Best Man was a big enough fucking hit.
Dude, I don't know. It's just the trailer looked really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there was that fucking stewardess movie, and the one that really got me was Sawyer from Lost
Oh, yeah.
coaching a ragtag team of misfit
Mm-hmm.
breakdancers
Yeah.
for an international competition against the Koreans.
Come on, Freckles. You got the moves.
And it's gonna
Tony.
be in 3D.
Well, yeah, it's got dancing in it.
If you make me see that,
Oh, I'm seeing this. Sawyer.
I will shoot you.
Sawyer in a movie. Oh yeah, I'm watching. I love Josh Holloway. That movie. I got the.
And it's the same thing. It is always in those movies. Like, I can't do this. I was a basketball coach.
Yeah.
Then why ask? Because you got heart.
Well-
Fuck you.
Well, whoop-de-freaking-do, Chamberlain. I just hope he plays it as Sawyer. We got the trailer for that like a year ago. I swear, Brian and I got the trailer for that, like, I swear, like, it was, if it wasn't a year ago, it was like 9 fucking months ago, Brian and I got the trailer for that fucking thing, so.
It looked horrible.
But I like, granted, I'm sad it's this movie, but I'm glad, like, they're giving Josh Holloway, like, a starring role in something. I can appreciate that, because I like the guy a lot, I do, but this is his first starring vehicle? Really?
I just
Matthew Fox I can kind of see in this type of movie. And I like Matthew Fox fine, but it seems more like something I'd see him in as opposed to Sawyer.
yeah, I just the trailers just left me so baffled, and then the movie started, and it started 3 seconds in, and he's singing about pee. And I was just like, I just literally like singing and dancing in a library about pee.
Yeah.
I just shut off. I think my brain just went, fuck you, and quit.
I shut off an horror movie, dude. This is probably I don't know how much enjoyment people would get out of these, because it just doesn't sound like there's much to say about either of these, because I fucking shut off during Great Gatsby too. I did. I couldn't
even get angry about Peeples.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to get angry about. It's just there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you want to go home?
Yeah.
We'll go home, have some snacks, watch Craig Ferguson. All right. We'll get you home, watch Craig Ferguson, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's go. See ya.